we're going to swing and add steps. So all exactly the same. So now when you swing and you drive the bell up, 2 short steps before it reaches the top of the swing, let it come down, swing, 2 short steps. Let it come back down again. So it'll look a little along these lines. Short steps are key. So what we're not going to do is go take big long ones. It's comes down, swing to come backwards. So it's 2 swings, right? 1 swing to go forward, 1 swing to go back. So we set up, hike, it's just short forward, short back. If you're worried about trying to do the 2, just go swing to go forward, let it come down, put the bell down, reset, swing, 2 to go back, let the bell come down, then put it back down. So start, stop it, so you can go. Why is this important? Right, so what we're doing is we're changing our base of support, our stability here. As you notice, if you just stand there, lift one leg up with your hands on your hips, can you feel one side contract and one side not contract? Or one side contract more than the other? Yeah, so now what you're doing is changing this element of stabilization, so you're getting more work stabilizing and strength and power as you're going through. So you're working on like dynamic power as well as how to produce and reduce your force to stabilize against that. There is a lot of things going on, but what we're also doing is learning how to improve our ground force reactions, which is how we push out of the floor, and proprioception, big word of the day. This is now when I put my foot down, it sends a signal all the way up to my brain and my brain back down to my foot, telling me that I need to stabilize, to activate through my ankle and my feet to stabilize as I do it. So this works a lot of things. It looks funny on the outside and a lot of purists don't like this sort of thing, but when you start breaking it down, the components of fitness and human movement and health and fitness that you get out of this is numerous. So we can do less to get more, our running theme, yeah? So it's an intelligent less for more. So what we can do as well is go off to the side. This one's a little bit easier to do. Make sure there is space between the lot of you. Everything is the same. We hike our bell. As soon as we drive up, we bring our leg in. So our feet come together when we're at the top. When the bell's coming down, short step out to the side. So all I want you to think of is when you swing, just go up and in, down and out. You can travel one way, or even if you're tight on space, and this is even harder, stop and re-go to the other side. That's really teaching you to stop, so reduce the force and then reproduce it to go back. So as you swing, simultaneous, up and in, down and out. So where I operate a bit differently again to some other places. So with this change of base of support, we can do this with a height adjustment. So you know how people plate squat with plates under their heels to improve their squat? Same principle. If you have a leg length discrepancy, this can help adjust that. This can make it easier for people to swing. You don't go stupid on your height. I'll put that back because there's an amazing race thing there. Now, one leg up and one leg down. It's enough to adjust, right? We don't need to look at anything ridiculous. So what this does is it allows a much greater range of motion on the side that is up without pushing into an immobile zone, running the risk of injury. Okay, so it's like your plate squats. I've copped a lot of flack for this for the years, but I still stand by the method, it works. Okay, so if someone's having trouble with their swings because there is one side that is just not operating, you can put just a little raise underneath one foot. In this instance of doing your side swings, right, start with your foot in the center, we can come up and over, and now this adds an extra level of resistance because we've got to come up and back down. We improve our coordination. Same thing as I said before, ground force reactions, proprioception, dynamic stability, all these things. So, our setup is the same. Here, this now allows me to improve my swing if someone's really struggling, or now use it as an extra form of resistance, even then if they are struggling with that sideways stepping swing, it's an external messaging point. So I have to come together on the top and then off to the side. Together on the top and off the side. You can do it with the forward swings. Have two side by side. You go up and up, down and down. That works. Try it with small plate, just going up and over. See if you can feel the difference in the swing. Now, we've done our sagittal plane swings, our frontal plane swings, transverse. Now we're going to add a 90-degree rotation. Every time you've been swinging with your arms straight. This is the one time now that you'll actually pull the bell along with you. Right, so you actually got to use your obliques to pull it along. Because if you swing and let it go here and you turn, the bell only stays where it's instructed to go. Yep. So, I swing, I come up, and I keep it in close. So you don't actually want to let it swing out straight. Think like in boxing, right? When you throw it straight, you pivot and you throw through that foot and your obliques up into your shoulder, right? Instead of like that, it's rotating all the way through. Yes, I have poor boxing technique for those watching on home, but the principle is there, is it's utilizing that whole system instead of rigid. Not the old rock'em sock'em robot toys. So, we're here, hike, see I'm pulling it along. It's called a hip toss. So it's going to teach you how to use your obliques to swing it along. So the bell's going to start off the side. You know how we did at the start of the day? When we pivot and turn? That's key. If you can do that, you can do this. So it starts here on your hip. You're hinging at your hip, drive up and over like this. So we start here. See, that's not my arms. See, it's my hips. See the power from my hip. I hinge at the hips as it comes to my opposing side to brace that force coming down. And then bang, drive. Just don't swing Big and straight. Yep, keep him in tight. Really feel it through that midsection.